I'm tired of these clickbaiters. Yes, Arsenal lost to Liverpool 1-0. And I did say before the game that Liverpool were going to lose to Arsenal. But obviously, Liverpool came up on top. 1-0 in Anfield. I was severely disappointed. But for the people actually trying to spread hate towards the squad or towards Arteta, blaming Arteta or, blaming individuals, I have to say, mate, you're out of line. Out of line. For one, I do want to give a lot of praise to Dominik Szoboszlai here. This free kick was absolutely absolutely beautiful. David Raya could not do anything about it. This is an absolute worldie. He learned his lesson from the Bruno free kick. If this was placed where Bruno actually hit his free kick, he would have definitely saved it because he didn't stand, still on the line here. He actually, as you could tell right here, he moves towards, he's literally in the middle. He's in great placement. It's just that free kick was absolutely world class. And I want to give a shout out to Dominik Szoboszlai because he was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal because he lined up at right back. And I'm going to say this right now. He is the best center attacking mid in the Premier League because they broke the transfer record and brought in a replacement in Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz hasn't looked half the player that Dominik is. He has played right back because Frimpong is hurt. He was matched up against Martinelli, who was given Trent previous years a lot of trouble. And considering he is a center attacking mid, you would think him and Trent are on the same level or he's beneath Trent's defensive ability. But he pocketed Martinelli. I'm going to come out and say it. He pocketed Martinelli. Not only that, he was more dangerous than Odegaard when he came on the pitch as a right back. And he scored the 1-0. So this guy, absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to tip my cap to him. He's the best center attacking mid in the Premier League. I'll come out and say it. I don't care. Because footballing wise, defensively, he could play right back. He can score you the goal. He can create chances. He does everything, man. He's done everything. Last season, he was playing striker. Now he's at right back. Plays his natural position. He is giving you great performances wherever you put him on the pitch, and you have to respect that. Now, for the lineup with Arteta, people were coming out and not liking the... Well, at first, I want people to absolutely take accountability. The same people that were saying, oh, Martinelli's the Liverpool killer, were saying that Martinelli should have never been in the start of the match from the beginning. And I'm just like, mate, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, yeah, Martinelli's going to cook today, and then he doesn't when he gets the start, and then blame the manager. Because even you would have had the same decision if you're out here pushing the Martinelli's a Liverpool killer. So, to me, I had no problems with the lineup. I understood every decision made. The back four staying the same, I understand. David Raya on goal, you can't change that. Zupamendi and Rice were obviously going to be in the midfield. Putting in Marino, I understood. People were saying, oh, 3 DMs. No, it was 1 DM and 2 box-to-box players. You're going into Anfield. You are prioritizing structure. I feel like Arteta really didn't want to mess up defensively. And I understand that going into Anfield, you don't want to go down early 1-0 or you will lose the game. Now, with the front three, if Martinelli's coming in great form against Liverpool specifically, and you have Saka injured, Eze has less than a week on the squad, Odegaard has a bit of an injury, I understand why Martinelli gets to start. Madueke on the right, we all know he was brought in to be Saka's, backup. Saka's injured, he's going to be starting on the right wing, and obviously Gyökeres, no question about it, especially with Havertz being hurt. Now, I understood Eze being on the bench. People are saying, oh, he's from the same league. There's no need to be adapting. And I'm just like, well, it's not about that. Not only is it him completely changing squads, he needs to adapt to the manager. And you're not just going to come in the biggest game of the season, arguably, Liverpool in Anfield, especially if Liverpool are the favorites for the title, and put him in for 90 minutes when he has less than a week training with Arsenal. So I understood why Arteta didn't start him, and I understood why he came off the bench, because you were like, you know what, now we need that spark. I had no problem with the lineup. It's just an unfortunate circumstances, and I'm not here to put excuses out, but 5 minutes in, Saliba gets hurt, And, thankfully, the signing that Andrea Berta brought us, Mosquera, who Real Madrid thought would be way better to wait a whole season and get him for free instead of spend 13 million, financial troubles. He actually comes in against in Anfield and held his own. So Mosquera, man, you did absolutely fantastic. So that's one thing. Saliba, being the best defender we have, arguably, goes down with an injury. Mosquera plays phenomenal. To me, this is the equivalent to a clean sheet because that free kick was just astronomical. So he did as good as he could play. When it comes to so Mosquera out then comes in for Saliba, who gets hurt 5 minutes in. Eze has less than a week in. I understand why he doesn't start. Ethan Waineri and Dauman, they're very young. This is the biggest game of the season. You go with what you got. You go with Marino, who's performed in the Bernabeu, who's performed and scored against Liverpool. I understood why he was coming in instead of Eze, instead of Dauman, instead of Waineri. Completely understandable. If you would have put in Norgard, I would have been, yes, he's being defensive. But putting in Marino, it's the best of both worlds. The Martinelli, like I said, he's playing because Saka's injured, and I'm not gonna use that as an excuse because Liverpool, Isak, he didn't get to play because his transfer was the same day or the day after, or no, it was the same day. Frimpong is injured, so you have Dominik playing right back. Liverpool also have their excuses. I'm not gonna come out here and say, oh, they had the perfect game, perfect lineup, perfect everything. No, they had Isak hadn't came in yet. Frimpong, he's injured. So they had their things, and we had their things. That's what I'm saying. This was a great match that was matched up, and they just had the moment. They had the moment. The difference was the free kick. And Arsenal knows all about those set pieces, and they got bit back by a set piece. But I have no problems with the game. You lost the match. You can't win them all. This isn't the invincible season, all right, clearly. So you can't win them all. All Arsenal has to do, you have Nottingham in a couple weeks. Take advantage. Take the 3 points there. Keep winning. Stay on par with Liverpool. And then when it comes back to the Emirates, hopefully we're healthy and we take the 3 points there and we even out and we see who does better at the end of the season. That's all you can do. Anfield, if we would have had the 1 point, it would have been better. But at the end of the day, I am fine with the performance. I am fine with everything. I'm not going to come out here and crucify Arteta for decisions that I understand. And I hope the fan base isn't trying to make clips, trying to push this agenda of Arteta out because, mate, he did nothing wrong. I'm going to be honest. There's nothing wrong. Yes, in hindsight, oh, yeah, you could have put Eze a bit earlier. Oh, Trossard maybe instead of Martinelli. But this lineup was going to happen, and I understand it. It was foolish. At the end of the day, it was a solid performance. I'm going to be honest. It was solid. We were just unlucky. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Do you think Arteta is to blame for this result? Personally, I think it was just the matter of luck.